on the halftime. It looks like you were walking a little gingerly. No fall on the ball, or what's going on?
I made a play in the first half, going to the rim, and I braced myself against the contact, and my abdominal just tightened up a little bit. So came out after that, but it just tightened up a little bit on me.
So did that affect you for the rest of the game?
I mean, anytime it gets like irritated, it's like it just is like a little irritation there. You know what I mean? But I've played with it for a few years now, so I'm kind of immune to playing with it. I play well. I've done a lot of things with it being irritated. You know what I'm saying? But it's just irritated.
Can you walk us through the final play?
I zippered up. I got it. CJ was coming off a wide pin. It was an action where I would hit CJ if he comes off clean, and then Nurk flares me. I go off Nurk. It's just an action like that. When I got it, I was like, okay, I got my man in front of me. Nurk is to my left. Nurk moved toward me a little bit. I took a peek at CJ. It didn't look like he was going to come off and get a clean one, so I held on to it. And I came off, and I was like, the first thing I was like, is he going to try to foul me? They up 3. Is he going to try to foul me? And when he didn't, I peeked at the clock, and I knew that I didn't have a lot of time because the action had developed a little bit. And, the way he was pressed up on me, he knew I had to shoot a 3. So once I realized he wasn't going to foul and he was just going to, try to make me shoot over him and stay close to me, at that point, I just had to get space and get a shot off. And he had a good contest. He used his length, he used his height, and, I got it up high in the air, gave it a chance to go in like I would do in any other situation, and it just came off. But if I had to do it again, I wouldn't even use the screen. I would just keep the wing on me up top and just go from there.
So that shot doesn't go in. What immediately do you think after that? What went through your mind?
What you mean? Like, I wish that one would have failed.
Yeah, I know.
Like, man, when I miss those shots, I want to do the play over again. You know what I'm saying? It's like you wish you get another opportunity to run it back. Almost like there's been times in my career where it's a tie game, I come down, I might miss one, but it's 21 or 22 seconds left, and then they come down, and then I get another chance. So it's like sometimes you look at the clock and you're going to get another chance. And that's what the first thing you think about is like, man, I wish I can get that back and, try again. So, but I always say it, that's part of those situations. You gotta understand that both will happen. You know what I'm saying?
I guess where I was going at was you missed that. It ends an 0-3 trip. Where are you with your mind with how this team is right?
Just inconsistent. We had a good stretch of games. We 3-2 coming on the road, feeling good, and we come on the road and we don't have the same energy and the same life that we have at home. And when you go on the road, you got to have a certain mentality. You almost got to come to bully people and to come take games. And the things that we do on our home floor is harder to do on the road. The crowd is against you. Other teams play well at home, just like we play well at home. So it's harder to do the things that are, seem so simple. It's harder to get a defensive rebound because guys going to crash a little bit harder. It's harder to have a good transition defensive game because people run faster on their home floor. So, we've been kind of getting punched first, and the less aggressive team, teams are more aggressive than us in certain situations. And, we gotta grow from that. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just inconsistency, both ends of the floor. And I think it's just an even bigger deal, even tougher situation when I'm not in my regular form offensively. I think a game like tonight, if I'm doing what I'm supposed to do and making shots, I could have got this game done. You know what I'm saying? And I saw an opportunity to do that. You know what I mean? And I tried to, get aggressive. Even when I missed a couple, I was like, I'm gonna go out here, and if I'm gonna live with it, if I can't pull it out, and if I can't, take over and have a moment, if I can't, like, I got to be willing to do that. Even if it's not going great. And I saw it go in a few times. But Chauncey says it all the time. We can't depend on just making shots. The other things we got to do to, give ourselves a chance to win when that's not happening. That's what winning teams do. Come up with a rebound, take care of the ball, execute down the stretch, do our jobs defensively, be in the right spots, and came short.
We're going to go to Zoom real quick. Aaron Fentress, go ahead.
Hey, Damian, you and Chauncey and a lot of players on the team talked about how there were going to be growing pains. It almost seems like your demeanor in these losses is like, this is part of the process. And is that accurate?
I mean, I want to win. So I'm always looking at, how could we have won this game? What could we have done differently? I'm a pretty hard critic of myself and our team, when I'm looking at things. But I can't say that I know it's going to be a process and we're going to have growing pains. And then when it actually happens, I respond in a way where I didn't know that it was possible. I didn't know that it was coming. It's not what you want, it's not something that you like, everything is fine just because I knew it was going to happen. But, that it's going to happen. When you have a completely new staff, completely new offense, completely new defensive schemes, it takes time, and you're going to look good sometimes, and then sometimes you're going to struggle. And right now our struggle is when we go on the road. When we take our show on the road, we have a hard time still doing the things that we do well on our home floor. So
is it all surprising that you guys have played this way on the road after you finished so well at home last week with the win over Memphis and the Clippers? You guys looked really good those two games.
Yeah, I mean, when we had those two wins, I was like, man, now we rolling. Let's keep rolling. Let's get it done. On this road trip, we got 3 winnable games and drop all 3 of them. So, sometimes when you think things are going in one direction, things go the opposite direction and don't go the way that you planned on it or the way that you thought it was going to go. And that's frustrating. That's not something that we're happy about, but it's a long NBA season. This is not our first time having a rough patch. We've all been, in this league for a significant amount of time. And I think I'm very good at dealing with rough stretches and seeing myself and seeing our team through it and just finding a way to get on track. And this is no different, other than us having a new staff. But I think, that's what we got to do. We got to, just keep trusting what we're trying to do as a team, find our identity as a team. And, that's what's going to get us out of it.
Got time for 2 more.
Defensively, Damon, I think you guys allowed 50% shooting in all 3 of these losses after playing some pretty good defense at home. Do you feel like you guys are making progress in that front? Or is it just a thing where it's harder to play defense on the road, or what would you kind of attribute that drop off?
I mean, it is harder to play defense on the road for all the reasons I just said. People, they play more confident on their home floor, play faster on their home floor. It's harder to defend, but I just don't think we've been sharp enough, at what our jobs are. We just, sometimes people getting into the paint with no resistance. We're not getting back in, being in positions that we're supposed to be in so that we can get in our coverages. So people just attacking us, getting downhill one-on-one, and we should never be leaving our teammates out there one-on-one. Just like we don't get those opportunities to just take one person. It's always body. So we haven't done the things that we did to, look good defensively consistently enough to win games on the road. I think, what was the score of the Philly game? How many points did we give up in Philly? 113. So I think, it's not like teams getting 130 on us. You know what I'm saying? 107 tonight, 113 against Philly. For us, we've been much worse defensively in the past, where it was like, how did they get 134? How did they get 138? You know what I'm saying? We've given up big games. So I think it's not like a big a big drop off defensively. Like we're just not defending. Like the effort is there, but we just not sharp enough. You know, as sharp as you need to be in another team's, you know, home court. You just got to be better, more disruptive. You know, more disciplined and solid at what our jobs are to kind of disrupt them. And you know, maybe we get 3 or 4 more stops, and you know, that's 10 less points right there. So you take that to 97, and then you say, all right, if we didn't give this up, and this guy didn't see the ball go in the second quarter a few times, then maybe throughout the game, you know, him getting shots isn't as effective. You know, it's like you allow teams to get confident on their home floor, and regardless of what the outcome is, they didn't score a bunch of points, but it's just how they felt out there. You know, they felt like we can get it done, and that was because of what we didn't do. And it's harder to take that away from when you're on their home floor. So,
what's Chauncey been like?
I mean, he'll come in the huddle, and I think, you know, he speaks his mind. You know, this ain't good enough. We can get a better one than that. You know, he speaks his mind. You know, I think he doesn't hesitate to challenge the team, you know, call out bad plays, missed assignments, whatever, you know. And I think it's because he has a very good understanding of what it takes to win. You know, so when you see things out there happening that is taken away from us having a chance to win, you know, he calls it out. You know, that's the type of huddle. And then it's, you know, whatever we're going to do going out there, whatever coverages we're going to be in going back from that, or whatever play we're running.
I feel like I've seen him be more demonstrative in these last couple of games. And tonight there was a slap in the thing. Have you noticed that more and more as you guys have on this trip?
I mean, I haven't really paid attention to it because I feel like his energy has always been the same, you know. I wouldn't describe it as demonstrative as much as I would say just direct, you know, upfront about it. So I don't think he has a demonstrative personality. You know, he'll just call it how he see it. You know, he'll challenge whoever and say what he got to say to whoever. And I think that's necessary.
Okay, we were over there.